I don't I don't know some of the answers, like the history, that sort of thing. And I was never much on holidays. When I was in the ashram, especially Guru Purnima, every person who came. The thing about Guru Purnima is it is the day, if no other day, it's the day that you're supposed to see your guru. And it's a traditional, it's just a day of honoring the guru and what that means to you, like that. So it is a very, I was lucky enough, and oddly, it was just by accident. I was with Shree during one Guru Purnima, and Shree was traditional Indian guru, and so I really got to see the actual, like how it would be 1,000 years ago, because they were still doing it that way, and it was really something. Shree had a small gathering, really. It was an ashram, but there weren't, but 20 people there would be a lot. And when I was there, typically I was the only Westerner, except one time when I was there, actually quite, I was there during the winter time. And then there were, a handful of Westerners there. Outside of that, I was pretty much on my own, but in the Guru Purnima was during the summer. So I was the only Westerner there, really. And Shree would go into the town of Akkalkot, maybe a mile away. And that's where he was based all the years, except toward the end when they built this ashram outside of Akkalkot. And there was a particular room where he always gave darshan, and it was maybe a half-hour affair, each person bowing down at the most. Well, it's Guru Purnima, and everyone came. I couldn't believe how many people came. It was hundreds and hundreds of people, and the way it works with the traditional way, each person gets their time to basically show their appreciation, worship to the guru. And what they do is they do like a whole thing, and they do a prayer, their own, like a husband and wife would do a little prayer, and they would put kumkum on the guru's feet and all this different stuff, and they do a little ceremony. And he was so patient with each person. He would just allow them to do whatever they wanted to do, and just bless them. And some of them took their grand old time about it. It was a once in a year event, and that darshan went on the entire night to the wee hour. I mean, sunrise had already come. It was still going on. I was fortunate. He let me sit right next to him during this time, and of course, on a marble floor without an asana or anything, I could only bear it about maybe 2.5 hours, like that. But I sat there and I'm totally uncomfortable. And he's sitting there he always sat on a wooden chair, like didn't have a back on it, just like a stool. And he had a wooden little footstool. And I swear to God, the entire time, he did not move his leg. He did not move an inch, except to bless people. And, just his legs when necessary, because people were they put a pan under his legs for all the offerings and everything. And that's the only time he would move at all. And it was amazing because he went through that darshan. The whole time, he never really moved. I don't think he went to the bathroom, nothing. He was just in bless mode. And and everyone just had their time with him. And so I got to see a non-Westernized, totally traditional Guru Purnima. Now, I was never much on holidays. Like I said, in the ashram with Baba, Guru Purnima was the time when I stayed very, very scarce. It was just crowds everywhere. Just to get a meal was an ordeal. I stayed in my room. My office was underneath the meditation hall. It was quiet there, but I was scarce during all the holidays at the ashram. I stayed scarce because I was on staff. I was there all year round, all the time, and I could be there when it's not busy like that. I wouldn't go to darshan that day because, well, I got to be with Baba anyway, because I would walk him to the hall and such. But because all these people, the darshan went on forever. Give him a break. I'll do it another day, like that. Now Ramesh, he when I saw him, he never thought of himself as a guru. That kind of happened gradually, where he started thinking of himself in that way. And I remember I talked to him and I said, I would always let him know when I was thinking about coming. And I called him and I said, yeah, I'm thinking, June or July. And he said, oh, well, maybe you should come this day. And I said, why? He goes, oh, it's not important. It's not important. But since he recommended I did, and it was Guru Purnima, you see, because I wasn't keeping track of these holidays. I never do any holidays. And so it became something that he really appreciated. The people came during Guru Purnima, everyone would come, and it would be kind of like a big deal, like Satsang would be moved from the little room into the living room to accommodate all the people that were there, and all the usual suspects were there. So it was kind of nice, kind of a family get together kind of thing. Yeah. So really I mean, I don't know for you how you experience it. I can speak for myself that my gurus were just held such a predominant place in my life, in my everyday. And it was something that happened just spontaneously, naturally. It was just that, so like, I met Baba, and I didn't know what to expect. I had never met a guru, didn't know what a guru was. All I knew is that I was really, really impressed by him. And I just was so in love with him, and I just had such strong feelings around him, and it was so intense that I was willing eventually to give up whatever my plans were and just be with my guru. It was important. And I remember after I had seen Baba the first time, it was maybe 3 or 4 months later, I was talking to the person who told me about Baba, and she had been there. And I said to her, I said, don't you think about him all the time? And she goes, no, not really. And it didn't even occur to me that what I was experiencing, that I thought everyone would feel that way. But he made that kind of impact. And so, but even with me, it was, I didn't know what was happening. I just knew that, so like, I had Baba's picture, the same one that's there. I had his picture. It was the front cover of his book, The Play of Consciousness. And I put that book on an easel. And that book, it used to be on a bookshelf over here, and then it eventually became the centerpiece of my whole room. And I didn't know that was a puja. I didn't know what a puja was at the time, but it just happened. And it was so strong that I did have to finish college. So when I finished college, I for one winter semester after I graduated, I double majored. Anyway, when I graduated, I taught a course called Alternative Realities. And it was a course I wished I could have taken, but no one was offering it. So I gave that. It was rated very good. And I would have gone on to a higher degree and being a professor. That would have been, but I was studying psychology. That was my major, and I thought psychology should be teaching you how to live, right? How to live your life. It wasn't. That wasn't what they were teaching. They were teaching theories and arguments and this and that and things you had to memorize, and none of it was but Baba was teaching how to live. How do you live? How do you live your life? And he was teaching that, but I wasn't going to get a degree. So, but my heart was there, you see. So once I finished that course, and during that time I was making what money I could, and the first thing I did was go to India. And other stories after that, but I spent the whole third world tour with Baba on tour. And but you see, the Guru was a centerpiece of my life, of my process. And that's why they're all here. That's why we're all here, because we're all one, you see. The Guru was central in my particular journey. It's not an absolute necessity, but it helps to be able to be with someone who is that which you are seeking, you see, who lives in that place. The thing about Baba, Ramesh, and Shree, and Maharaj and Ramana, all of these guys are living in that state of being where there is nothing but peace and unconditional love. You see, and that is what teaches you how to live. Just being in that energy field shows you what it is to be, to truly just be, and take full advantage of this particular manifestation where there is an awareness of presence, an awareness of being. You see, that's the thing that is amazing about this appearance that we are all sharing, is that right now one is aware of their existence.